Hey guys, this is Brett Vet 1. Happy voting day. I hope the right man wins for you today, and I hope everyone can live in peace. I really, really do. Anyway, it's raining out today, guys, and I was just talking to a couple guys about how I created my channel, and they were all excited, and everybody wants to know how to do it. How do you make money and all this? And I just said I was blessed. I have these beautiful dogs, and my neighbor had a pit bull, and Hank wanted to say hi, and they barked a little bit, and oh my God, everybody wanted to see what was going to happen. So yes, I started doing a lot of pit bull and Rottweiler videos, exactly what you guys wanted to see. Today I'm going to talk about the Rottweiler and my first impression of Rottweilers. Okay, I never knew much about them. You know, I grew up in the 70s and 80s, and everybody was afraid of Dobermans and German Shepherds. The Rottweilers weren't until the 90s, and I was older by then. So I never really saw a whole lot of them. I never knew what they were. I'm like, oh my God, they're the color of a German Shepherd, but they're huge. The first one I ever saw was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, that old 80s movie. It's an excellent movie. I went to the theater to see it. And there's a really mean, you know, they portrayed them as being mean dogs back then. A very mean dog. Excuse me. It was after the principal, because he's breaking in Ferris Bueller's home. Well, Ferris Bueller had a Rottweiler, a family Rottweiler, and it kept going after the principal. It was really funny. I'm like, oh my God, what kind of dog is that? So very impressed. Then my dad got a couple of them, but I never really saw them. I never really saw the dogs. I hardly see my dad. So I never saw them, but I guess they were really big, and their names were Timex and Rolex. They named them after watches and watchdogs, whatever they were. So I heard they're really mean. Okay, now let's talk about Bubba, my first little baby here. This is Bubba with, that's my niece, Bella. And Bella's all grown up now. Very beautiful. Very beautiful girl. Anyway, Bubba. This, dude, you guys, this is so weird. This is why I'm doing this video today. Bubba hated Rottweilers, and I never knew why. Bubba literally started fights with Rottweilers. He didn't like them. I'm like, what is going on? So Bubba started a fight with a Rottweiler at the dog park. I hurried up and grabbed Bubba, and I raised him in the air above my head, and the Rottweiler jumped off the ground and grabbed him, ripped him right out of his collar, right out of my hands. I'm like, well, there goes my dog. He's dead. Well, then the owner yelled, hey. Remember I told you, if you scream and yell, hey, that's the ultimate command for my dogs to stop everything you're doing. I don't care what you're doing. Stop everything and do not move. Okay, I train him like that because I copied this guy. It's an older white dude, and he had this big Rottweiler. And when the Rottweiler went to attack Bubba, he yelled, hey! The Rottweiler spit Bubba out of his mouth and just stared at him like, dude, I could have killed you. And the guy's like, why'd your dog do that? I'm like, well, I'm sorry, Bubba doesn't understand how small he is, and Bubba's jealous of your dog. Well, Bubba tried to start another fight with a huge Rottweiler, a really tall one down at the dog park. It's at the Edmonds Dog Park where there's a beach. So this big Rottweiler was bullying these two other dogs down at the beach right by the water, and Bubba ran up to try and fight him, bounced off his leg, just bounced right off him. I'm like, oh God. So I went and got him. Well, the Rottweiler, he kept that in mind, and when he came out of the water, he came over to my dog. He thought it was Cloud. Dude, he picked up Cloud and ragdolled Cloud in his mouth. Like, you know what it looks like when a dog is getting mauled or attacked, like they're trying to kill an animal, they're ragdolling them, like fast motion. He did that to Cloud. I'm like, oh my God. He let him go. Cloud was on the ground limping and screaming and crying. And I ran over and I grabbed him. And the owner was a girl. There's two girls, younger girls in their early 20s. And they go, oh my God, that's my Rottweiler. I'm so sorry. I go, well, you just hurt my dog. They go, okay, well, let's rush him to the vet. I go, okay. So we jumped in their car. They had like this truck. Like, say it's this truck right here. And I'm in there with these people. The Rottweiler was in the back of the truck. And he was looking through the back windows of the truck. I'll never forget this. And he was barking. And he had the deepest bark I've ever heard. And he looked so evil. Super mean. I'm like, I hate Rottweilers. They attacked Bubba. They attacked Cloud. I hate them. Don't ever, ever, ever have these Rottweilers around me, ever. I hate them. Pit bulls, Rottweilers are all bad. Get away from me and my small dogs. A wolf hybrid tried to attack Cleopatra when I went to the dog park. The people started laughing, the owners. So I'm their dad. I protect them. I did a flying knee into the dog, and I kneed the dog and kicked the dog off my little baby, and they started yelling at me. Like, why did you do that? Your dog is mauling my dog? Well, we're going to call the police. I told them I was going to kill their dog because I had a knife. They called the cops. The cops come down, and I go, yeah, their wolf hybrid just mauled my little dog, almost killed it, so I kicked it off it. Did you threaten to kill him with the knife? Oh, I threatened to kill their dog. Oh, okay. Well, let's ban them. They got banned from the dog park for life. So that's how stupid they were. Their dog is mauling my dog, and they let them. But Dad was there to rescue my baby Cleopatra. Anyway, let's get to the point, guys. This is very, very weird. Okay. Oh, well, let's figure out how I got the Rottweilers. I told you a long time ago. I was working at a grocery store. Some gang members came in. They said, hey, we're trying to get rid of this dog. I go, what is it? It's a Rottweiler. I'm like, oh, shit. Whatever. You know, and then I go, well, let me meet him. And I met him, and he's really tall and super friendly. I go, oh, I'll give him a chance. So I gave him $100. I brought him home. He ended up being the greatest dog ever. That's when I fell in love with Rottweilers. After I rehomed Buddy, I missed him so bad, I went out and got Hank off the farm in Arlington. Hank was a farm dog, abandoned out there, supposedly the story was. So, my point is, my Pekingese hated Rottweilers. Boom, all of a sudden I get Rottweilers. Well, guess who the Rottweilers hate the most? The Rottweilers hate Huskies the most, and for some reason I'm falling for Huskies now. It's like somehow they could sense it in me that, oh my God, my dad likes this Rottweiler. I hate him, is what my Pekingese said. Somehow they could sense it. Somehow my dogs can sense I like Huskies, and it's their mortal enemy. They're so jealous they want to attack them every time. Because now I notice, you guys, every time I go to the dog park, the Huskies are all over me. The wolf hybrids are all over me, and they're so beautiful, and they love to play bite and play and wrestle, and they're funny. I love them. It's like I almost want one. So now I'm wondering if somehow my dogs, Hank and Brutus, knew that I liked Huskies deep down. Subliminally, they knew and hated them. Why did Bubba hate Rottweilers? Also, I get a Rottweiler. Why does Hank and Brutus hate Huskies? Now I'm getting a Husky, if I get a Husky. Or I'd love to get Loki, that wolf dog. And I heard he's super tough. He's beat up a couple pit bulls that attacked him. That's what the girl with the red hair told me. That he is super tough, man. I'd love to have a white Husky or a white wolf hybrid or something. I mean, those are badass, you guys. But anyway, that's what I got for you today, guys, is the leading up to how I get my dogs and blah, blah, blah. How did I end up with Pekingese? I was dating my neighbor. She was Ukrainian. I would say Russian, but she's from Ukraine. She came over. She couldn't speak English. I started dating her. Next thing I know, she opens up her door and these little freaking balls of fur running with smashed faces, wagging tails. I'm like, what the hell are those? Oh my God, they are Pekingese. Pekingese. I'm like, okay, well, what's this one? Japanese hen. What is a Japanese hen? She meant to say chin. What the hell is a Japanese hen? What? My mom used to crack up with her accent and stuff. She was crazy. But anyway, that's how I got to get the little dogs. I fell in love with the dogs and not her. So anyway, guys, I hope you have a safe day today. I hope everything turns out great in the polls. I hope the right man wins. And I hope we can all live in peace and harmony. It's not that bad, you guys. It's really not that bad here. We got it good. I mean, we got it really good, guys. We got lots of freedom. We got lots of stuff going on. Don't let things get to you. Have a great day. I love you all.